Hello there, welcoming you all in the Physics Arena by Nitesh sir. Yes, students, right now we have covered 7 chapters of your syllabus. So only one chapter was remaining, that is chapter number 8, that is electricity. So first of all, with the help of this video lecture, we will discuss what do you mean by electricity, how it generated and what is its value, what is the basic difference between the alternating current and direct current, what do you mean by current, what do you mean by charges. So one by one we will discuss. So let's start with the first topic, introduction. As introduction part is that if I'm writing about the electricity, so what do you mean by electricity? Electricity is nothing but that is a form of energy which transfers from one place to the another place. Okay students, so electricity is nothing but that is a transformation of energy from one place to the another place. That is, electricity is nothing but that is transformation of energy from one place to another place. Okay students, another place. So electricity, what is the purpose of the generation of electricity? Basically, electricity is having the various purposes, just like that in order to glow the bulb, in order to switch on the fans, what is the purpose of generating electricity? So the purpose of generating electricity is that to operate the fan, electric bulbs, tube light and lots of the bulbs and lots of the various appliances are there for which electricity is required, because in our daily life with the help of electricity we are doing some of the mechanical works. So let's start with the electricity. Students, as we are knowing that electricity takes place when the current flows in a circuit. What I have said here, I said that electricity takes place or it refers for electricity takes place when a current is start flowing in the circuit. As the current start to flow in the circuit, then we can say that there the generation of the electricity takes place. So students, before going to state about the current, state about the electricity, first we have to know what do you mean by the circuit. What do you mean by the circuit? Okay, or electric circuit. So here I am writing electric circuit. So the basic thing is that what do you mean by the electric circuit? Any closed loop, okay, any closed loop means a closed area. Okay, any closed loop which consists electrical equipments okay, like we can say that any closed loop which consists electrical equipments as resistor, bulb, switches, key, cell or battery within it is called electric circuit. So student, before state about the current, we must have to know what do you mean by the electric circuit. Any closed loop, any bounded loop which may consist some electrical equipments like bulb, switches, key, battery. Okay, so such type of the circuit or such type of the loop is said to be the electric circuit. So I am going to draw here. Let us suppose that here I have taken a closed loop. Let us suppose this is a rectangular loop in which this is a symbol of, this is a symbolic representation of the bulb. Let us suppose that this is bulb and this is a resistor which is connected in series, and here a battery is connected to the circuit. A battery is connected to the circuit with the help of a key. This is key, this is battery, this is key, this is battery, and now the circuit is closed. We can see here there is no opening point in this circuit, so any closed loop is said to be the electric circuit if it consists some electrical equipments like bulb, switches, battery, key, etc., to which the current can flow easily. You can see here from the battery a current can set up into this closed loop. Then such type of the circuit is said to be the, or bounded loop is said to be the electric circuit. So what do you mean by the alternating current and what do you mean by the direct current? Okay students, so next thing is that we have to know what do you mean by the AC means alternating current, alternating current, alternating current, and what do you mean by the direct current, because there are the two type of the currents are there, alternating current and direct current. Direct current. So student, so one by one we will discuss. So first I am going to give you the glance about the direct current. What do you mean by the direct current? So a current, we can say that what, as it is mentioned in your book also, that the cell or battery provides us the current which remains constant with respect to time. Means the current, the amount of current, the current which remains, the amount, the current which remains constant, the amount of current which remains constant with respect to time, as the time changes with respect to time, with respect to time, as the time changes current also changes. But here what we are saying, that the current which remains constant with respect to time, then it is called direct current, direct current, direct current. And the sources or the equipment, the sources which provides direct current are called DC devices. What I have written here, you can see now it is visible, DC devices. What does it mean? What this statement means, that what I have written here, the current which remains constant, means there is no change in the value of the current as the change in the time takes place, then it is said to be the direct current, and such type of the sources are said to be the DC devices. Whereas now we are going to discuss about the alternating current source and its alternating current value. Okay students, so let's start with the alternating current. So students, what do you mean by the alternating current? The amount of current or the current whose value changes, the current whose value changes with respect to time. It means that as the time changes, the amount of current also becomes changes. Okay, so the current whose value changes with respect to time is called alternating current, is called alternating current. And such type of the devices are called, and devices or sources are called alternating current sources. Okay student, it means that a source, if it generates fluctuated value, means changing value of the current with respect to time, then it is said to be the alternating current source. Whereas a device which gives equal amount of the current with respect to time is said to be the alternating current. So now we are turning towards the next topic, that is the electric potential. In last classes, in class 7th, you have learned already what do you mean by the electric potential. So here I am going to give it a glance what do you mean by the electric potential. Okay, students, as we are knowing that any cell or any battery is having the two terminals. Any cell or any battery is having the two terminals. So the amount of burden, here I am writing, electric potential is defined as, it is defined as how it can be defined, the amount of work done. Here I am writing the work done, the amount of work done required to bring okay, or transfer. Okay, so what I am writing here, the work done required to bring or transfer a unit charge from one terminal, from one potential. We can also write one potential, and that is also one terminal, can be written as one terminal, to the another potential end, that is another terminal of a battery or cell is called electric potential. So students, what I have said here the amount of burden, as we are knowing that burden is also a form of energy. Okay, so here what I have written, that the work done required to bring or transfer or transport a unit charge means it charge Q is equals to 1 coulomb from one potential to the another potential, means from one terminal to the another terminal of a battery or cell in a circuit, then it is said to be the electric potential. So electric potential is given by, here we can write that electric potential is given by capital letter of V is equals to the amount of work done to bring a unit positive charge. Here charge is, let us suppose Q, or we can also write it capital Q. Okay, so the amount of work done, the electric potential is given by V is equals to W into Q. We can write, if someone is asking what is the expression for the electric potential, we can easily give that the V is equals to W by Q. This is the expression. If someone is asking that energy, means here W, that work done is a form of energy, then we can write that work done is equals to V into Q. The amount of here unit, what will be its unit of electric potential, we are also giving in volt, or we can also write that the unit of joule is, the amount of work done is joule, and upon charge, that is of coulomb. Okay student, so joule per coulomb or volt is the unit of electric potential. We can also give an expression like W is equals to Q into V or V into Q. So if someone is asking that, sir, how we can define electric current? So we can define the electric current in order to define, because earlier we have learned about the electric potential. Now we have to define electric Electric current. What do you mean by the electric current? So the rate of flow of charges, as we are knowing that the charge is a fundamental quantity, a fundamental property of any particle. So the rate of electric charges can be defined as the rate of flow of charges. Okay, the rate of flow of charges is known as electric current. Okay students, electric current. Okay, so from here, in other words, what we can write, how we can define electric current, that the flow of charges, the flow of charges in per unit of time, in per unit of time is called electric current. Okay, electric current, and it is denoted by capital letter of I. Okay students, so the expression for the electric current can be given as I is equals to flow of charges, means Q is the charges. Here the charges are flowing from one terminal to the another terminal with respect to time. So I is equals to Q by T is the expression for the electric current in a circuit where its unit will be the SI unit for the current will be, here the charge is in coulomb, charges will be in coulomb, and time will be in second. So coulomb per second or ampere is the SI unit of the electric current for a given circuit. Okay students, so we can also write, what we can write instead, since from here we have calculated I is equals to Q by T, so Q is equals to I into T we can write. Okay students, so we can also give one more expression for the energy, electrical energy, that earlier we have calculated that W is known as electrical energy. This W is known as electrical energy. So electrical energy can be also given with the help of an expression that electrical energy is equals to W, and as we are knowing that the W is equals to V into Q, electric potential multiplied with the electric charges, or it is also the product of electric potential to the charges, and instead of charges we can write that is I into T. So students, we can also give an expression for the electrical energy, that W is equals to V into I into T. Okay students, so with the help of that we can easily calculate that the electrical power. What do you mean by the electrical power and how we can give its expression? So now we are going to turn about the next topic. So students, now we have to learn what do you mean by the electrical power or students, as earlier we have learned about what we have learned, that the electrical energy is equals to what? That is a product of electric potential to the electric current to the time. So electrical power can be defined as, it is defined as, how it can be defined? So it is defined as the rate of doing work, that doing electrical work, the rate of doing work is called, electrical power. Okay students, so we can also write in the other words what? The change in electrical energy, with respect to time, as the time changes the amount of electrical energy also changes. So is this amount is called electrical power. So in order to calculate electrical power of a circuit, we can easily give an expression that electrical power is denoted by capital letter P is equals to the change in work done with respect to time. As the work done changes or electrical energy changes with respect to time, it will give rise a physical quantity, that is a power. Okay students, as we are knowing that W is equals to, earlier I have written here that W is equals to V into I into T and also upon T. So this T will be cancelled out with this T. So we can also write that P is equals to V into I. Okay students. So if for a circuit amount of voltage is given, means electric potential is given, and amount of current is given, then we can easily calculate that the current flows in a circuit, electric power dissipated in a circuit. Okay students, basically in our daily life some amount of electrical energy we are daily using. Okay, like 1 watt, 2 watt, 3 watt bulbs is what? That watt is the unit of power. Okay, so now we are going to give power of a electrical source, that the unit of power is, unit of power can be given by, that is watt, smaller unit is watt, or kilowatt, that is given by kW. So 1 kilowatt, here I am writing a formula that 1 kilowatt is equals to 1000 watt. It means that 1 kilowatt is the bigger unit of power and watt is the smaller unit of power. So 1 kilowatt is equals to 1000 watt. We can easily give that. If someone says that, sir, what do you mean by the 1 watt? How we can define the, if a question arises that define 1 watt power. Okay, if someone says that, sir, define 1 watt power, how you will define? So we can write that since power is equals to work done upon time, power is equals to work done upon time, it means that here what we can say that if work done means what, and also it is also written as that from P is equals to VI, we are also knowing. So we can say that P is equals to VI. What we have to calculate, P becomes 1 watt. So for power it is watt, and also if the product of potential to current becomes 1, so 1 volt and 1 ampere. Okay students, so how we can define 1 watt power? So 1 watt power is defined as 1 ampere, 1 ampere, or we can also say that amount of energy dissipated to flow, amount of energy dissipated to flow 1 ampere of current through potential difference of of 1 volt in a electrical circuit. Students, I have written here, if here the amount of energy dissipated, okay, the amount of energy dissipated to flow 1 ampere current through the 1 volt potential difference between the two terminals of a circuit, then it is said to be the power of that circuit, and it is given by 1 watt. Student, what is the commercial unit of electrical energy? So here I am writing, note down, it is a very important fact that the commercial unit of commercial means that for business purpose, for daily use, because we are using some amount of energy for which we are paying to the government. So the commercial unit of electrical energy is kilowatt hour. Okay students, why, how it is given as kilowatt hour? Since we are knowing that power is equals to work done upon time, and W is what? Commercial. W is electrical energy. So W is equals to P into T, means power into time, and power is given by kilowatt. Bigger unit of power is kilowatt, and for time it is hour. So kilowatt hour is the commercial unit for the power. So in this way we have learned what do you mean by the electrical energy, what do you mean the power, what is electrical current, and what is the electrical potential for a given circuit. So now we will discuss the transmission of power from one power generation station to the consumer. How the power can be transmitted from one place to the another place, means from the hub to the consumer. So let's start with the next topic. So students, in order to discuss about the transmission of the power from the power generating station to the consumer, as we are knowing that the power is generated at the power station, or that is called hub. So what is written here and how we are getting the electrical power, or that is current, from the hub. Okay, so electrical power is generated at the power generating stations, okay, which are usually located at very far away from our areas, okay, where it is consumed. So here it is written that at the generating station the electric power is generated at 11 kilovolt. 11 kilovolt means that 11 into 11,000 volt. It means that a huge amount of electric potential is generated. The voltage generated has alternating frequency. Alternating frequency means that it changes with respect to time. Whatever the current is generated there is changes, okay, changes, okay, current changes with respect to time, okay, change with respect to time. So the voltage generated has change with respect to time. That frequency is 50 hertz. It means that its polarity at its terminal changes 100 times a second, means within 1 second 50 times in the upward direction and 50 times in the downward direction. Here positive and negative sign shows that the direction, positive is in the upward direction and negative is that is negative direction. From the diagram we can also show it like this. Alternating current can be shown as here. This is the sinusoidal waveform of the alternating current. You can see here this is current, this is time, and this is charges. So as the charges flow in a circuit and it changes with respect to time, at certain instant the flow of charges are very less, and at certain instant the flow of charges are very high. So as the change in the current takes place, it means that, so this is the positive hump and this is the negative hump, okay. So an alternating current have a frequency of 50 hertz. So 50 times in the positive direction and 50 times into the negative direction. It means that within 1 second it changes its value up to 100 times, okay. So the voltage of the power generated at the generating station is first raised by 11,000 volt to the 132 kilovolt. It means that huge amount of the potential is generated at the power hub to reduce the loss of the transmission of the energy due to the heating of the line wires and transmitted to the grid substation. As we are knowing that first power is generated at the power station, and then it is sent to the small stations for the further transmission to the homes or any power station. So that substation, that the small bodies are known as substations. So first this 11,000 kilovolt or 32 kilovolt power is generated at the power hub and it is sent to the power stations. A small power station is called at the substations, and with the help of these substations, these powers are sent to our home in the form of 220. Here it is mentioned that the live wire are also called as the phase wire, and it is at 220 volt. So students, in our daily life only 220 volt is required for the domestic uses. For our home appliances 220 volt is required. So it carries the current from the source to distribution board, while the neutral wire is the return path of the current. Means that the phase or live wire takes the current and neutral returns the current to the circuit, and the earth wire phases the current to the earth. So there are the three types of the wire is there. So first one is a phase wire. Next one is a neutral wire. Okay, phase wire, or that is known as a live wire. It is neutral wire, and one is earthing wire. Okay, earthing wire. So what does this means? Phase wire carries current. Okay students, that is also known as live wire. Okay, whereas neutral wire returns the current into the circuit, and whereas earthing wire what grounds or sends excess current in the circuit, Students, as we are knowing that if sometimes a huge amount is current inflowing in our circuit, so whatever the amount of excess current in the circuit is sent to the ground, because to avoid any breakage in our home appliances, we are using the third wire, that is known as a earthing wire. Okay, for current sending we are using the phase wire, for returning neutral wire, and for earthing that is the ground wire. So there are the three. You can see, you are also seeing that there are the three ends in a top. That is, first one is, this is for earthing, this is for phase, and this is for neutral. Okay, so hopefully you all have got the points which I have discussed here. Students, here color coding of live wire, neutral wire, and earth wire is I have written. Why there is a distinction between the colors? With the help of colors is given for these three wires, live wire, neutral wire, and earth wire, because to know which wire is in the circuit is live wire, which is the neutral wire, and which is the earth wire. So basically, or generally, live wire which carries the current is always in red or brown in color. Neutral wire is in the black or blue in color, and earth wire is in green or yellow in color. So what are the purposes of the live wire, neutral wire, and earth wire? Live wire is used to flow current. Live wires are used. So okay, so its value will be 220 volt. Okay. Neutral wire means 0 volt, means returns the current in the circuit, returns current. Okay, and ground wire, ground access current. Okay, ground access current. So hopefully you all have got all the point which I have delivered here. So in the next video we will discuss more of the topic. Stay tuned, keep on learning, be safe, stay safe. Have a nice day.